Am I live?
Yes, you are.
Am I live?
Yep, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm on here. Now, how do I add Zora?
She will request there. I think that's her.
No, that's other people. What's up, Bucks fans? We'll just say it.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I saw that. Oh, there she is. How do I do this? I don't know how to do this. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Wait, here we go. Go live with. There we go.
There we go.
I think it's working. What's up?
There we go.
I didn't know how to do it. I need the help.
I was like, let me in, man.
I didn't know how to do it. What's up? How are you?
Good. How are you? Oh, you're doing the interview?
I'm gonna do the interview. We're gonna switch places.
You got it.
Nah. I can't come up with questions.
What's going on though?
Nothing. Just chilling. The same thing every day, basically.
I keep thinking back to that Wednesday, like 4 weeks ago, where
It's been 4 weeks already.
something like it's. I think it's been 4 because we're in like week 4 of this whole thing, and like that day, y'all were practicing.
Yeah.
Or was talking about the Celtics the next day, and then just like that, everything.
My mom was actually flying out here for the game. One of my best friends from high school was flying out here with his dad too, and literally we got the text that it was going to be canceled. So I had to call my friend and his pops and was like, "Hey man, I wouldn't come out here if I was you." It was crazy.
Giannis is like talking smack. Do you see him?
Oh, you said where's Zora?
No, he said, "Why are you trying to look cute?"
I ain't trying to look cute, bro. I'm so annoying, bro.
I feel like he's gonna interrupt us every 2 seconds.
Oh, for sure.
When's the last time you wore anything but that sweatshirt?
All I've been wearing is sweatpants and hoodies, like just every day.
Every day.
Every day. Workout and sweatpants and hoodies. That's all I've been doing.
What are your days like right now?
I'm actually working out. I know last year was rough for me with my heel and everything. So with all the medical stuff, I actually am working out. I'm able to do my like rehab type stuff. You know, I am feeling great, but it's one of those things where I can't take time off like that. So I'm just staying on top of everything, on top of my body. The biggest thing is trying to eat the right stuff. Just because you know how it gets, you go a couple hours laying on the couch and you just want to snack.
Yep. What are you cooking?
I'm trying to learn.
Like what?
Whew. Like I'm making a little bit of like mac and cheese, like crock pot stuff.
I was gonna say you don't put it in the oven. You ain't.
No, I can
like
cook
that.
I can cook in the oven, just not. If you get too complex on me, it's gonna come out looking crazy.
I feel you. Okay, so you wake up. Is the workout first? Is it at night? What's the routine?
Workouts usually like late morning, early afternoon. So I get to sleep in, kind of get a late breakfast. But it was tough because the first like week of doing all this was tough because I found myself staying up late and sleeping in late, and I didn't like that routine of what I was in. So I kind of had to force myself to kind of get back to a normal routine.
Yeah, I think that's the thing where like everybody can relate to you guys in that is this new normal has messed everybody's schedule up. So are you doing like the bike? I know were really great about bringing you guys equipment? Do you guys have
Yeah,
weights? What are you doing?
they were awesome. I got like a miniature weight room in my apartment. I have the bike, bench. I have the bar, blocks with everything, all dumbbells, like kettlebells. I have everything I need. Stretching bands, like everything I would have at the facility, I have. So they looked out. They looked out greatly.
And then in terms of like away from workout stuff, what's maybe like one thing that you have a bunch of time to do now that you didn't because the schedule is so crazy? So what are you doing now consistently?
Consistently playing Call of Duty. That's the truth. I'm on with DJ, Cam, Bled.
I was gonna ask you playing with Bled.
Yeah, we've been trying to get K Mid on there, but he's still a little in the early stages, so he's a little shaky right now.
That's funny you bring that up. We there was like a media call last week with Giannis, Chris, Bled, Brooke, and I brought up, I was like, how is the team? Because one of the big things with you all is you're so like connected. A bunch of different personalities, but you're all so close. I was like, how are you guys staying connected? And of course, Bled and Chris were trash talking, saying like, who doesn't respond in the group chat? So in this group chat, who's the most entertaining?
The most entertaining, I mean, be honest, of course, just because I always joke with him. I said he needs to get back to work because he must be bored because the amount of stuff he puts in the group chat. But now he's entertaining. Bled and Chris will chime in every now and then. It's like subtle hits. That's what guys do. Subtle text messages are funny.
As far as TV goes, I know you're into the documentaries and stuff. So what have you been watching?
What have I been watching? I actually got locked into Quantico. I know I'm a little late. It was from a couple years ago, but I got locked into Quantico and I watched the entire thing on Netflix. And then, of course, I watched just The Tiger King.
I
just watched The Tiger King. Cam Reynolds and I were actually just talking about it the other day. And if you haven't seen it, you got to go watch it.
So I was trying to avoid it because I'm in this thing like if the whole world's doing it, I don't want to do it.
No, you got to do it.
You run out of shows. So one night you're just like, oh, why not? And then you get addicted.
So I actually wasn't going to watch it, but multiple people were like, you need to watch it. You got to watch it. It's really good. And I got on there and I was hooked after the first episode.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you don't realize like how many people have animals like that in the U.S.
I know. It's crazy.
Maybe, I mean, it's got to be like a rural thing. I mean, in cities and stuff, you can't.
Yeah.
Space. Speaking of animals, though, we know you're really into giving back when it comes to like the Humane Society and all that kind of stuff. With your downtime, have you been talking to them about anything you guys can do during this time?
Well, actually, early on when it came to like fostering and they were kind of going through like the jobs and stuff, people had to be cut back hours and stuff like that. So I made a short little video to send out there to people, just kind of getting down there and giving these dogs like a short home, just because we know everybody's at home right now. You can look outside, there's hundreds of people walking their dogs every day. So I just sent a video out there just asking people to kind of, if you have downtime, go in there, foster a dog, and then if it's not right for you when this time is done and the workers get back to work, they'll gladly take them back to find their forever home.
Can you at all like have any pets with the schedule?
I actually got my dog out here with me. Yeah,
I was gonna ask. Okay.
My dog's out here. We go for a walk every day and everything like that.
He, she?
It's a he.
Where's he at?
He's come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is my little guy. He was a rescue. I got him back home a couple years ago. Rescued him, and he lives with my girlfriend, but during this time they're out here with me.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. I was like, there's no way you can have like a dog.
Oh no, I when all this started happening, I was like, I need to have my dog out here.
Yeah.
There's too much time to be out here just sitting on the couch by myself.
Seriously. I mean, the thing is, like, have you tried to make a schedule? Has that helped you?
Yeah. I haven't, like, written it down or anything, but kind of in my head, I kind of just, Like, I need to get this, and this done by a certain time today, and I'll feel good about it. Because honestly, the worst days are when you're not doing anything, and at the end of the night, you kind of just wake up. And it's like you get your energy at night, and that's not what I want.
Right. I feel you. Video games. Let's talk some 2K. I know you guys play the Mavs. We won't bring it up. We won't like go deep into like what happened with the 3-on-3. But there's this tournament going on right now, and your character's like not half bad. Have you been watching this?
I mean, I don't think I'm half bad in real life either, Zora.
No, that wasn't. I'm just saying, like, sometimes it doesn't match up.
Yeah, some of my friends have texted me that.
And a lot of people are using you. A lot of people are using you. Sounds like
that's good to me.
Yeah, they've got you shooting way more threes though. I'm just saying.
Zora's taking shots at me tonight.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, they have you as like in a shooter. I don't consider you just like a shooter. I consider you just like a ball player.
Yeah.
And they have you like in this shooter role, and I'm like, all right. So the Bucks have this bucks.com/play initiative going on.
Okay.
So it includes interviews like this. One of them is this recess thing where they're kind of encouraging people to be active. So they've got Pat Connaughton's challenge right now, which is the dunk contest challenge. So your best dunk inside the house, kind of similar to what he did at the dunk contest. I'm wondering what your challenge would be.
What my challenge would be?
Like if so, obviously like Pat.
I kind of got a clever one.
Okay.
But it would be to have like if you live by yourself, it might be kind of hard.
Okay.
Because I pride myself defensively, kind of getting steals and stuff like that. My challenge would be like the coolest looking like steal, something. If you get what I'm saying, like your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, your kids, somebody's in the house, they have something to hand record yourself, kind of sneaking up and stealing something from them. That would be pretty cool to me.
Yeah. I'm also thinking like with you, like it could almost be like interception. Say somebody's doing like laundry or something. You finish a pair of socks and you're like throwing it to somebody to like put it away, and somebody intercepts it like that.
For sure. No, I agree with that 100%.
So all today, some of the fans were like reaching out. You know, people always have questions that they feel like they want to ask you all. So I wrote some of them down. Going back to 2018, what it felt like taking over the NCAA title game. For people that don't know, that's like where you made a name for yourself. Obviously, you were the sixth man and all that, but 31 points in the title game is when you blew up.
Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of hard because when I was in the game, I was so in the moment and so locked in. The game went by like that. The game went by so quick, but honestly, it was to my teammates. Like, we've had multiple games throughout the year where Jalen's had 30, Mikhail's had 30, Mari, like all these guys, Phil, Eric, they've all had 30 points. And the craziest thing about it is no matter who gets the 30, everybody else wants to keep feeding them the ball.
Right.
So I would find myself in the huddle and they're drawing up plays for me and certain plays I would never get. And even the plays for other guys that were supposed to come off and be aggressive and score, like they're coming off looking for me. So when you have that, when everybody on the court is looking for you to kind of score the ball and kind of keep that going, it's just fun. It's a fun way to play, and you don't have to think about anything else. And that's what I did. I wasn't thinking about anything.
And those are the best games when it just kind of comes to you and you're not forcing it. Do you feel like you all do that now with the Bucks in terms of like feeding the hot hand?
Yeah, for sure. I think we do a great job with like just unselfish basketball. If you get a kick out, and let's just say Chris is in the corner and they kick it out to me, he's hit 2 in a row. Just an extra pass, a quick extra pass to get him 3 in a row. It's just we do that unselfish basketball all the time.
The 51-point Chris Middleton game is what comes to mind for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
for sure.
He just had to hustle that night.
Yeah, you can fill it up, and for us, if you think about it in a joking way, you just keep feeding him the ball, you get more assists too.
Right. Okay, think about yourself a little bit.
Hey, man, listen.
Fair enough. Okay, next question was most memorable NBA moment so far.
Most memorable. Honestly, my first bucket. My first bucket was probably my most memorable. It was Giannis. We were in Charlotte last year. Giannis was posted up, and I was on the weak side, and John Henson set a screen to flare me to the corner. And it was cool because who I hit the shot over was Tony Parker. So to hit my first bucket over a Hall of Famer is special to me.
Have you watched it back at all during this time?
Not during this time. A water initiative I'm a part of, we put it out there a couple months ago, and that was the first time I saw it, and since it happened, and it was cool. It kind of gave me chills.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. I never thought about maybe your first basket, but like that's for sure a big deal. All right, everybody always wants to know this about NBA players. I don't get it, but how many shoes do you have?
I have too many. That's the answer I have. I have too many to count. I have too many to fill up this space. I'm still looking for storage bins and shoe racks and stuff like that. I have way too many. And
you guys end up kind of wearing like the same ones over and over too.
Yeah, 100%. It's easily wear the same ones. You get comfortable when you wear the same ones.
Yeah, the same ones. Favorite thing about Milwaukee?
Favorite thing about Milwaukee? Well, I love being able to kind of just go out, walk around, and stop into a restaurant and just kind of, you feel more at home. It doesn't feel like everybody's on top of you. You just feel like everybody's a part of the same community, same part of like everybody's the same family in a sense, and it reminds me of home.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect when I moved out here, and I really appreciate just how low key it is, and everybody's chill, and you can walk anywhere. All right, let's see if anybody has questions. Let's see if Giannis is still in here.
There's one that says best drip on the team.
Drip.
Ooh. I think it depends on what you're talking about. I think you go flashy. Wes and Bled got that.
Wesley Matthews. Yeah.
And DJ's in there. Wes, DJ, and Bled are definitely in there. If I know for me, like calm, I would have to say like calm fits is probably me or Chris.
Calm fits.
Like just simple basic stuff.
Yeah. I would say the most consistent by far is Pat. Like I know.
Yeah, Pat always comes
in.
Pat always comes in like, I swear, Pat can go give you 30 and also sell you a house at the same time. Like he just has that. He just has that look to him. Like, and he comes through for sure with his outfits.
Businessman.
Business, exactly.
He is. Huh. Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm looking back.
Oh man.
Scott Butnick says, "Hey, love that guy."
What's up?
Favorite video? Oh, you said, what's your favorite video game? I know you said you doing Call of Duty, but like, what's your favorite?
My favorite, it used to be Fortnite, honestly. And then once Call of Duty kind of took over and put their own Fortnite twist onto their game, I think Fortnite kind of took a hit from that, and everybody's jumping over onto that wave.
Are you playing with random people, or are you playing with people you know? I'm not a gamer, so.
I play with Cam, DJ, and Bled like every night.
Consistently?
Yeah, consistently.
Are we cutting into your time right now?
Nah, you get close, but it's okay. I can put it off for you guys.
Oh man, yeah. I don't.
What other questions?
I would think the video game thing would rub off when you guys get to like a certain age, but maybe not. Who is the most handsome guy on the team? This is from Giannis.
It's not Giannis. It's not Giannis at all.
I'm not answering that one.
Favorite team meal? That's a good one.
Okay, what is it?
I would probably go to pasta after shoot-arounds is a go-to. A lot of us kind of, at first in the beginning of the year, I used to go always Alfredo sauce for my pasta, and then I forget somebody did it on the team. They mixed the marinara and
Alfredo.
And ever since I tried it, that's what I've been getting all year.
What's surprising to me is like the team meal is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Every time, but there's so many possibilities.
There's so many different ways to make your pasta. It's insane.
So like when we're on the road, I'll walk in the team room, and every time I walk in there, like I don't know what it's gonna be. Yeah. And I'll literally like open up everything, look around.
We walk in there and we lift up everything, knowing that every time we lift it up, we know it's going to be the same exact meal every time.
Yeah. Rivalry. Okay. How much do you and DJ talk about college basketball, Michigan, Villanova, or even like?
There's really not much to talk about. Honestly, there's really not. He knows that there's no discussion. But I mean, we know they're both great programs, but when it comes to that, Nova and Michigan, you know it's Nova all day, every day. So
we could talk about Villanova Marquette, though.
No, we can't talk about that either.
There.
We can't even talk about that.
Oh,
we can't. Actually, this year, it was a tough position for me because I like a couple of guys on the Marquette team. Coach Woj is a great guy, and Dwayne Killings is from Philly, so he coached out in Philly, so I have a connection there. So I got to watch a couple of their games this year,
yeah.
And a couple of the Nova guys were getting on me about it being at the games, but it's all love. Everybody wants to see people succeed.
They do, except that game wasn't too good this year, though.
Yeah, no, we're gonna skip that one.
Funniest teammate. Set it up like this: like who in the locker room, for people who like played college sports, you know, the locker room like is like the sanctuary. Who is holding court in the locker room?
Who's the funniest? I would say DJ is the funniest because he'll just chime into random stuff and just say one thing and he'll have everybody laughing. I would have to go with DJ as the funniest. It is, but it is funny to see TA, Thanasis, and Giannis go back and forth at each other.
Oh, like the whole brother thing?
Like the whole brother thing. That's funny because then they'll start speaking in Greek and then I don't understand it. So
right.
It's just a funny dynamic.
Funny. Who in the locker room is like the cleanest person? Like if you go to their locker and you switch one thing, they'll get ticked off.
That's a good question. I know it's not me. For sure. Pat's really clean. Ursan. And if Giannis is still in here, it's not Giannis either. He'll claim it is, but it's not Giannis.
You know, Giannis wants to claim He said no, DJ's not the funniest. That one did surprise me though.
DJ is the funniest. If we had to take like a poll from our team, I promise you, it would be he'd get more votes than Giannis for funniest.
Yeah. Has it been, I guess, tough for you knowing the season that you all were in the middle of and just thinking like the unknown, right? Like you all were in the middle of history and now you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, first, I mean, as with anybody in their jobs, at first you're like, I want to keep working. Anybody. But when you sit back and look at it, the bigger picture and everybody's health across the world, you realize the precautions that we have to take. Yeah. But like you said, in terms of our history, we know that if we stay ready, when the time comes, if we resume this season, we will be ready. And that's kind of how our mentality has always been. Is just stay ready, guys. And I go back to even the start of the year before any of this was even a thing. Just in terms of playing time, when guys are on the bench, and if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready when your name's called, when your number's called. So I know we're treating it that way when our numbers are called in terms of the NBA. When we're called to play a game, I think everybody on our team will be ready.
I agree with that too. Was it hard to get used to the NBA season, like the grind of it all?
I actually like it. I like it because you get to when you're a basketball player, you get to play as many games as you get to play 82 games in a season.
Yeah,
and that's just a player's dream. Like everybody. I mean, I shouldn't say everybody loves practice, but you get to go in there, you practice, you get better. But it's another thing. Everybody loves to play in a game, and when you're playing that many games, it's just fun. You take a loss, it's tough, but then you look yourself in the mirror and you're playing the next night. You got to get back on the plane and go play the next night somewhere.
But then is it harder to be consistent with so many games where you have to like be at such a high level?
Yeah. But with that, it's harder to be consistent, but when you get in a rhythm, you're playing so often that your confidence just rises quicker. I feel like in college you can have 2-3 games that are really good in a row, but then you're not going to play for another week. So you come into that next game and you're a little rusty. Like if you have a good game, you get on the plane, you go get treatment the next day, rest, and then the next night you're playing again. You're feeling good, you're feeling yourself, and you go out there and hoop.
No, that's a good point. And you can have you have to have short-term memory because.
Oh yeah, good and bad. Good and bad.
For sure. Right, like you can have a good game and get all hype about it, but it's done within like 24 hours.
And I think that's what, as a team, I think we do an amazing job of that. We come in, we recognize what we just did, and then once the game's over, we move forward.
People are okay. Let's find like one that makes sense.
I'm definitely cool with Brian O'Neill still. He came out to our game in LA. He's doing his thing for Minnesota, so it was great seeing him. Who's at that Swaggy Dean 32.
Well, and you have a lot of friends, just kind of in all cities and stuff like that, associated with the league. Do you make an effort, like in New Orleans, to see Josh Hart, or if somebody comes here to see them?
Well, my Nova guys, that's family. So no matter what city we're in, if they come here, if I go there, we always see each other. So that's family. And then the other guys know the league. It depends because honestly, some days you get into a city and you just don't want to go anywhere.
Right.
You don't want to go to a restaurant. You just want to go to your room and you want to go lay down. And guys are understanding of that because we go through it. So some cities I do make an effort to go see all my boys, and in other cities it's tough just because of the grind of the season.
Is the go-to thing just like a meal?
The go-to thing is a meal. Sometimes I see like the Nova guys, I go see their places and stuff like that, see where they're living.
Where they're at. Somebody asked a good one too, and I lost it. Best opponent arena atmosphere. That's a good one.
Utah is really tough to play in. Because they're very on top of you. The way their arena is set up, it's like I want to say they're like bleachers kind of behind the basket, and they're like right on the court.
So close. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like bleachers, I feel like. And then Indiana is always a good place to play. And then Philly was tough on Christmas Day. Philly was a good environment.
That was insane, that Christmas Day game. I was not expecting. Okay. Who holds the team together, would you say? That's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question. I mean, for me, it's so easy because we have so many veteran guys on our team. So honestly, like if I have a question or any of the young guys, Sterling, DJ, if any of us have a question, we have anyone to go to. But I would say Kyle and George really do. Kyle and George really do a good job of. They're kind of like the voices that everybody kind of goes to. Those guys are really big for us.
Pre-game ritual. People like that one too. Like, do you have? You don't have anything crazy, right?
Nah, mine's not crazy. I get there early. One of the first ones there, but then after that, just do my normal pregame shooting, my normal like activation lift, get my body right, get a nice meal, and then I just chill, honestly, because I shoot so early. Once I get done shooting, I just chill. I kind of stay out on the court. That's one thing that I can't really change is I tried to do it once this year where I tried to shoot later on, like closer to the game and see how it felt. No, I like my shooting early and then just staying out on the court and kind of sitting with my guy, Vin Baker. So we just sit there and we talk for like 20 minutes before I go back in.
What is your relationship like with Vin? I mean, you guys are like, that's your guy.
That's my guy. It's my go-to. It's actually funny. Going back, we look at it. He was my combine coach. And I always mess with him. He didn't know I could jump or anything like that. So he drew up a play for somebody else on our team. And I looked at him crazy and he saw it. And he, like, afterwards, he was like, why are you looking at me crazy? And then I went back in the game and I caught like a putback dunk. And he was like, oh, well, that was why you were looking at me crazy. And ever since that day, me and him have been like this. So anything I need on or off the court, he's like my go-to guy.
That's awesome. And I mean, and you notice that too, like, do you feel like you can just talk to him too about anything you're going through, being kind of a new guy in the NBA, off the court too, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, off the court, on the court, anything I have, I can easily go to him. I can easily go, and it's kind of cool because I can go to any of the coaches on our staff. We have an amazing coaching staff, and the assistants are really relatable. Because coming in as a young guy, you don't know how it is in the NBA.
Yeah.
You don't know how the coaches are, the assistants are. You don't know the relationship, and you come in and they just make you feel at home, and they make you feel like a little brother, kind of. But they still want the best for you, so they're still teaching me. And that's the coolest part is I get to ask them anything, and they'll just give me a straight up answer.
Yeah, and it's cool that like 2 of the assistant coaches played here.
Yeah.
So they have firsthand experience.
For sure.
Best guy to sit next to on the plane.
Well, I sit next to DJ every time. That's my guy. I always sit next to him. But I see. I would have to go. I sit next to DJ, and then Robin's kind of across the aisle from me. So when Robin's not sleeping, he's always entertaining.
Most humble person.
Most humble person.
Huh.
That is a good question. In terms of like just overall basketball, like.
Oh, that is yeah.
We really have.
Let's do with I would say because I guess there's a difference between like who you are in life and who you're on the court. Just in life, like as a person.
I mean, we first and foremost, we don't have anybody on our team that's not humble. Like just to be very, very clear. But Pat, Giannis, those are like 2 guys that out like, and Brooke and Robin, like those dudes just come right to mind. I mean, everybody is humble, but like when you think about what they've done in their career, it's insane. And another one I think about it is Chris. Like Chris comes in every day and it amazes me as a young guy. I look up to him. He comes in every day and he doesn't care about the games, the contracts, anything he has. Like he just wants to come in and get better. And when you have kind of your 2 leading guys, Giannis and Chris, doing that every single day, as a young guy, it's like, I don't have anything yet. I want to get everything they have and more. So I want to do exactly what they're doing.
I think that, I mean, I know coming from you, like, obviously you would say everybody's great, but like, too, from my perspective, I didn't know what to expect with just a bunch of NBA players. Some have experience, some don't, but like the fact that you all are so just even keel and normal.
That's why it was so hard for me to answer that question, because everybody's so, like, nobody flashes anything they have. Nobody talks about their gain, money, this and that. Like, nobody talks about that. Everybody just likes to chill and kind of just be, like I said earlier, like a little family.
Yeah. No, it is. Okay, so you're in practice. Y'all are scrimmaging. And who's the person you're matched up to them and you're like, oh, I don't want to guard him today?
I don't want to guard. I take pride in trying to guard.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say Bled. Man, Bled's so hard to guard. Because he's so strong, so fast.
Right.
And he can be chilling, bringing up the ball, and then all of a sudden it's like beep beep, he's at the rim. So he's probably one of the toughest to guard in practice.
I believe that. Yeah, I would never want to have to guard Bled. Okay, are you like up to speed on Bucks jerseys? Giannis, be nice.
Giannis is annoying, but log off, Giannis.
Right?
Go do something else. What was the question you say?
I don't even remember what my question was. Oh, Bucks jerseys. Are you up to speed on like some of the older ones?
In terms of getting them?
Or do you have a favorite one? Whether it was like the purple and green or the red and green?
Shorts. I have the shorts. I'm big, like the Mitchell and Ness. I have those shorts. But I have the purple and green, and then the green ones, and then I want to get the white ones. But I'm actually really jealous. Bled had a Vin Baker jersey. And I gave Vin a lot of crap for that, just because Blake got it first, so I got to talk to him again.
I know you got to get. Yeah, that's your guy. You got to get
I
him.
know. I see where I stand now.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell the people? Do you like the fans? I know, like, and everything is going to change, you know, moving forward. But like, so much of what you all do is with the fans. Do you genuinely like interacting with the fans and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I love our fans. Our fans are honestly the best in the league, in my opinion. And the biggest thing for me is last year I come in and start playing, and it was great. Everybody loved you, but when I stopped playing, I kind of expected it to kind of fall off a little bit, and it didn't at all. They still were on top of me, pushing me, and just saying like how much they love me, how much they look forward for me to get back. It wasn't like, oh, he's a bust or this or that. Like none of that. Our fans are the best in the league, and then coming into this year, it's like we can lose by 20, and our fans are still going to be there for us no matter what. So, like I said, our fans are, I think, the best in the league.
Favorite memory in Fiserv Forum? Bucks and Six wants to know.
Favorite memory?
Fiserv Forum.
That's a good question. Favorite memory? I mean, it's been really cool going to the concerts there. Like outside of basketball, kind of take basketball aside. It's going to the concert there has been really fun. We've had a lot of great performers, and then hopefully once all this clears up, we get a lot more great performers in there so that we can go in there and watch.
Yeah. No, I just missed, and I was excited too for spring outside Fiserv Forum. I heard like
I heard it's crazy. I heard it's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard the playoffs last year were just favorite rap artist.
Favorite rap artist, probably.
I don't know why I keep asking you questions.
You gotta not pay attention to Giannis. My favorite rap artist is, I mean, the guys know how much I love the baby. When he first came, like before he kind of blew up, I was listening to it and I put it on in the locker room, and the guys were like, "What is this?" And then next thing you know, 10 games later, they're like, "Hey, put that on again." So that's my guy. And then you can't go wrong with like J. Cole. Honestly, you can't go wrong with J. Cole.
Who controls, like, who's the DJ in the locker room?
I mean, that was last year was kind of like my rookie duty. But this year is kind of like I embrace it. Like we didn't have a rookie this year; it was me again. So I kind of just go in there and play. I get to play my music. So sometimes DJ kicks me off of it and plays his, but I think the guys like my music better.
Yeah, I bet you're hoping for somebody new soon so that you don't have to like be
I know, right?
that guy
so
anymore.
I know.
Jeez. Okay. Well, I think we've answered everyone's questions. Yep. I appreciate you being the first one.
There's one more. More. Sorry. Favorite country artist. That is like a hidden thing of me. I love country music. It's definitely Sam Hunt. He just released his album a couple of days ago. So I know I may not look like a big country fan, but me and George, we love us some country.
So you like just probably a little bit of everything. You like R&B too?
Yeah. I love all types of music. What? Everybody, shout out to Bucks and Six. Make sure you go follow all of our outfits on there. Just don't like Giannis's pictures on there.
Your cousin Vinny says, "Hey."
Oh, what's up, Z? Yeah, Cam knows what's up. He said, "All right, Warzone time." Everybody knows what's up now.
You got a call going there.
Yeah.
I will say too, like with your season this year, have you felt like the appreciation from the fans? Obviously, like people have to know basketball, I feel like, to understand all the stuff that you do that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Do you feel like the fans see that?
Yeah, I think the fans see it just because kind of during the season I'll go out to the store or something like that, and people always say, "Oh, we love your energy. We love what you bring to the team, your defense and this and that." And all the stuff I pride myself on and all the stuff I kind of prided myself on in college. It's good knowing that they appreciate it. Yeah. And then it's also good knowing that when we get in the locker room, the guys appreciate it.
Yeah. Last thing, because I like to go out with some trash talk. Did you see the horse competition that they're going to have?
I did not. What is that?
Oh, so apparently there's going to be this horse competition with maybe some NBA players. There's been like reports of that. So if you need any tips, let me
You
know.
had see, we started off this conversation with you taking a shot at me, my 2K rating and all that, and now we're gonna end the conversation with you taking a shot at me. So, if I need any help with my horse, I'll give you a call, because if anybody doesn't know, she beat me in horse on camera for everybody to see.
Yeah.
So there, I admitted it, Zora. There.
No, it's all good. That's like when are you ever else like gonna beat, an NBA player in horse? I gotta like live it up.
Hey, I wasn't the only one you beat though.
No, Bled. Even though Bled will say that he let me win, so
I let you win.
We went for you were not trying to miss.
You made up too many rules though. You made up too many rules. I couldn't dunk. I couldn't do any of that. So there's just too many rules.
Yeah. When I get my hops up and I can dunk, we can do a recap. Working on it.
That's cool with me then.
2 and 2. All right. Peace, my man. Appreciate
it.
Cool.
Appreciate you. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. So how do I get off? Love you, Bucks fans. Peace.
And then what